Whoa, yeah. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh. Tune in for the show.
And welcome to the Funny Uncle Podcast.
Know your worth, Girth. Girth gang.
Girth. It's the Beta Boiz. I'm John Wang.
I'm Girth Brooks.
I am Titty Roosevelt.
And we're in a compound today with none other than my blood, my family, my cousin, Chad, everybody.
Hey.
Keep it going. Hello.
Hello.
Stefan Sploogberg.
Yeah. What is it?
Stefan Sploogberg.
Sploogberg.
Very, very proud.
One of the
you got the name?
Sploogberg brothers. I think they're really nice. Yeah. Very nice family.
From the Splooge family.
Yeah. The Bundabergs.
They were all seamen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, no, Chad.
Of the Testes tribe.
Shut the.
They're rockets.
We're sipping on some of that good shit. Give it up for Amber for the margarita.
Thank you, Amber.
Thank you, Amber.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, love.
Delicious.
And then, of course, we got a lovely ethereal being here.
To the camera, dude.
Zane.
We captured him like a Pokemon from the fifth dimension. It's Zane, everybody.
Yeah, it's Zane.
He's in Canada.
That mustache is getting tastier and tastier
oh,
every single time.
real quick.
Imagine if a
working
Pokemon had
remotely
a...
from Canada.
Chad, okay, so when they talk about porn stash, all right, what the fuck does Zane have on his face?
Yes.
Is that a porn stash?
Tell us.
That's porn
Rate
stash.
it. Rate it 1 through 10 right
yeah,
now.
1 through 10 to porn stash.
It's up there. Right
Six-
now,
six-
it's
six-
about a 7.5.
So that's
8.
7.5.
6 through 9.
So
right?
six through
Shadow
9.
is complimenting it well.
Mhm.
So I think a little longer on the points, and you're up to a 9 easy.
Mhm.
Ooh.
I'll work on it.
Has it been ridden lately? That's a no.
Is it road tested?
So it is road tested, but not lately. So we're gonna leave it 7.5.
That's good.
It's
If it
military
had a
grade,
little
okay?
left
Military
over on
grade.
there, then you're like, you
Rockstar,
can walk
dude.
around town and women are like, I don't know what it is about that guy, but I want to fuck him. You know,
It's true.
that you're wearing another woman
Why do you think we hired him?
or
He's-
man. I don't know. I imagine it goes the other way too.
Probably does.
Okay.
Probably does.
How do you feel about chops? Like chops on a guy?
Oh yeah.
I was rocking chops for a long time, and I just took them down recently. But they were my thing, you know.
Took the big top
It was
down.
like a Merlin helmet. You like, you know, it was a vibe. To it.
A Merlin
Fuck
helmet,
yeah.
hell yeah.
I remember you'd show up to Passover with the chops.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
we-
had some weird ass chops when I was younger, where I did them. It came down and around like this, and then I did it like those croaky sunglass
Oh,
things,
fuck
where
me.
it just went around, and I was bald the rest of the way. But I left a ring that went around.
What
my
year was-
whole
You look
face.
like
What year-
racist
Oh, no,
Pennywise.
when you went to Whole Foods or Mrs. Gooch's back then.
Mrs.
Wait,
Gucci.
what?
Wait,
the
how do you
older
spell
women?
that? How do you spell that? Gooch.
Goochs.
No,
Gooch's.
really?
That was a store?
Yeah, that was like the OG.
They've
Whole
got good
Foods.
cuts of meat there. I can
Yeah,
vouch for that.
Gooch's,
Yeah.
Mrs. Gooch's.
Mrs.
Gooch's. Sandwiches are great.
Their taint tip beef is amazing.
No, the MILF at Mrs. Gooch's.
Yeah.
I'd be rocking that. They'd be like, "Oh my god, that's so expressive. What do you do? Can I come? Like, can you clean my pool? Like, what do you do?"
Oh fuck.
I'm like, I do clean pools. That's my
But-
old truck out there, and I can do that.
What was your because when I grew up and I was trying to make a buck on the summertime to buy, smut. No, I'm joking. Just to buy like a base. What was your thing, the first job you ever did in your like young teen years that was like your first paycheck? Like it was whatever, cleaning pools. What'd you start as?
I did clean pools early. My first job actually was when I was in high school, just started high school, and I was a peer teen sex educator
Oh my
at a place
God.
called
That's
Valley
such a-
Community Clinic. And we used to go around to fucking auditoriums of junior high students, and we would pass out rubbers, and we would take like plastic bananas and cucumbers,
Teach.
and we would teach them how to use them. We would explain to them, at this point it was STDs,
Okay.
not venereal or whatever, VDs, whatever it is now, STI.
The Gons,
STI.
gonorrhea.
I have
Yeah.
kids, so I have to keep up with this. I have
Yeah.
to be like, you don't have an STI, right? Okay, why is it
It's a
burning?
sty.
Why is it burning?
It could be another thing, which I've actually gotten help for. So,
Ooh, yes, Frank. Yes.
Oh shit! Yeah, real quick.
So I thought I had an STD, but it was actually I had a what they call a urethral dilation surgery, and they went in
You
there.
had a narrow urethra.
I had a narrow urethra. I had two spots that were narrow,
Oh my
and
God.
one towards the front and one towards the back.
Did they like fillet that shit?
No,
up?
no, no, no,
Like,
that- no, that
a
would've
piece
been
of
the-
your leg
No,
in,
no, no.
like,
That would have been the third option because
that's-
that's what
that
yeah
is a thing.
yeah.
So
So
I
if
know about this. No, I haven't had, but there's
yeah,
Oh.
so they
For
went in
soul
there
man.
and they would
So you don't have a narrow urethra anymore.
no, and it wasn't even that. It
It was
wasn't
just a spot, an area.
it wasn't even that. It was just more it was burning every like if I had pee 4-5 times in the day, like it was once of those times maybe it'll burn, but it was just like, oh, why is this so annoying? You know?
Don't mind the swing off of that because it's just uncomfortable. But I want to know: have you actually ever paid for smut? Because you're like, I got a job, so I could pay for smut.
When I was a kid, no.
I'm still trying to collect.
Yeah.
So this is part of the situation.
Trying to
This is why
cover
I
those
got out of
residuals?
porn, 'cause
Yeah.
I couldn't get money because no one paid. No, I'm just kidding.
You wish you got those residuals. Is
That
what
was
you're
a hell of
saying.
a transition.
That was great. That was actually really
Thank
good.
you guys. Thank you guys.
Dude,
Cheers.
But he actually sent us the picture of the
We
catheter.
have it.
in.
If
Oh, do you
want
want to
to
see
see
it?
it.
You want to see
Put
it?
a balloon in. No, I'm.
You want to see it?
I've seen enough bad shit today.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
alright,
Yeah,
alright.
It looked like his dick was drinking a boba, like just like
Yeah,
through a
like a
boba
boba
straw.
straw.
Little Twizzler. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? My personal
Yeah.
favorite.
Sucking
Yeah.
it down. I'm sucking
Yeah,
it
definitely,
down.
definitely a grower, not a shower. It looked like one of these microphone cables just inserted inside your.
And what the nurse say? You got lucky.
Oh, she goes, oh, you got lucky because usually there's some. Oh, they had to put a catheter in me, so like, the next day they pulled it out, and I was like, oh my god, this hurts. She goes, oh, you're very lucky. Sometimes they're the size of a quarter in diameter, and I was like, holy.
They put a thing in there and they balloon it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, they try that first on you. They're like, well, your insurance doesn't cover this, so we're just going to put this balloon thing in, pump it up a little bit. It's like a Reebok pump. We try to, make
Play
your
it like a
urethra
bop it.
bigger.
Spin it.
Just tires.
Fuck.
No, they
I
put the
clenched so hard.
catheter in. Sometimes they put a smaller one. Then they put the bigger one to try to ease it up, because it's like doing anal.
Oh my god.
You can't just jump in there right away. You
You gotta
up.
work up there.
You can't just be like, boom, I'm in. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. You gotta-
It's a gradual
Warm it up,
penile
you know what I mean?
expansion process.
Speaking of great transitions, so
Yeah. So your first job was pools.
So no, I taught kids.
Oh,
how
you
to
caught
farm
sex.
rubbers.
That's right. That's right.
And I
that's
made
right.
amazing money doing that, and AIDS education and stuff like that.
How many gigs a
literally
week?
at schools? It was
what and what year is this?
Yeah.
91,
Oh shit.
wow.
Oh shit. Okay.
90, 91.
Did you ever shoot a
92.
video for this or what?
No, they had to get like parental permission to come to the auditorium to get this show, And it was like the idea was that there's kids your same age or just a little bit older than you that are talking about this stuff you need to know. Maybe you'll listen to it. And we had games, we'd have relays and we'd call kids up and have them up and down the aisle and
Get it on the
they'd be
banana.
running
Hurry
down
up.
and putting on
Hurry up.
rubbers and helping
She's
each
losing
other
interest.
and squeezing the tip and
Her
yeah.
sisters came home. You gotta get the shit on.
Her dad just came in. Hurry up! Hey,
It was
go ahead.
It was crazy.
She's
And then
remembering
pool-
how you got here. Let's go.
It's just wild too, because like I remember when we were going through sex ed in school, like I don't even remember having that.
Yeah. Did you guys show photos of STDs? Did you shock them? Do the shock?
We did on smaller classroom stuff when we had more time.
Yes.
There was specific stuff where it was like, okay, we're here to just do teen pregnancy.
Ours was
talk,
all
or
shock.
just to do STD stuff.
Yeah.
And it was some of the stuff was pretty bad.
Because we didn't get like any
Who
positive
lets
sex
their dick
education.
or vagina get that fucked up, or your mouth, where you're just like,
Right, that's why.
like,
Right.
what's that little cauliflower thing? Oh fuck, it's growing like a garden. I swear I haven't watered it, and it's
got
like,
roots.
What the fuck? I have a third dick now.
Oh my god! Oh my
How
god!
did
There's a
that get that
family.
far, you know?
Oh my god, they just moved in. They have neighbors now. Oh my god, it's so.
Oh my god! They're on vacation.
Oh my god, the dog's out. The dog is out. The dog is out.
Put a lock on that gate, Cheryl.
Oh,
Did
now
I
they're
put
yelling.
Miracle Grow on there.
Because literally with us, because our biggest thing is I don't think we grew up with any positive sex education. It was always
No.
negative. It was very negative.
Or it was just very like repressed. Like they didn't really like get into any like details. Of
Like you
anything.
shouldn't enjoy it almost. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
there's never
Yeah.
like, oh, dude,
This
you
is
know?
why you guys are so fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
just kidding.
No,
you, you
seriously,
guys
seriously.
can't drain your dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's like-
masturbation is not a crime.
No.
It's literally legal as long as you're doing it in your own.
Maybe not Kentucky, but
Yeah.
everywhere else.
Spot.
Maybe.
Not on a
And the
plane.
content,
Not on a plane,
the
at least.
content does matter.
So, the
content does matter.
skateboarding. You know what I mean? You
Mm.
should be able to do that. It's
Mm.
just certain places you're not allowed.
Chad,
That's fair.
when was the first time you ever masturbated?
Good question.
This can be shocking. I already know.
No, probably. I smoked weed way before I masturbated.
Okay. So you
that's
got
a,
the- you
that's a
got-
different podcast.
You'll get
Yeah,
that's the
journey
next
out
one.
the outer
Do the
That's the
weed
next one.
podcast,
Next podcast.
That's the
different
next one. This is
probably
about
like
the body.
12 or 13.
Okay.
You know.
Nice.
I bet it's
So,
like the average.
I
age,
remember I
probably.
was like, I don't think it's working, and I just kept going and going. You know what I mean? And then I think I peed, and it was like it burned, but it wasn't from narrow urethra. I think it was from like really hurting my tube.
You a pee-pee?
I didn't know what
Those
to
terps.
expect. So I don't think I came the first time. Really, I don't know. It was
Yeah.
weird.
First time for me, it kind of hurt. I was like, ah. I was like, ah.
That first one.
I thought I was gonna pee. I was like, why?
Yeah.
And it was like, why do I feel different? You know,
I'm a man now.
why am I seething? And like,
Well, I remember when I did it, I
You
was like,
slept better than ever. That
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
better than Bill Cosby's NyQuil.
Oh.
ba-dum-bum.
Ring-a-ding. Zane, do you want to open up, or you want to keep it to the boys right over here?
I think I'm good.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's
no
fair.
worries. No
I think
worries.
Don't be afraid.
I was early. I feel like I was early.
6 years old.
Okay.
It's like
6 years old.
fourth grade. How old are you
10?
in fourth grade?
10,
Yeah.
You were ahead. You were ahead of the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
This explains the stash.
Dude,
right?
Yeah.
His
Zane,
calm nature.
Zane lays pipe. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Zane lays
He's a plumber.
pipe, and
Probably got a
we
huge
love to
dick.
get through
Yeah.
that pipe.
You know,
Yeah.
it's always the quiet little guys in the corner. They're like,
Okay.
"What the?" Like, holy
Present their
shit.
treasure.
Look at him right now. Look at
Yeah,
him.
they're just like, stop flexing.
Yep.
Stop flexing.
Do you have
okay?
back problems from carrying around that fucking hog all the time?
I think
He carries
does.
it like in a bowling ball bag. To polish
He's
it.
like, this is actually a really good alligator skin bag.
He's got a very strong
Alligators-
chest.
Alligators are the only thing that's going to contain this animal.
It's Jesus.
Oh, fuck. God. Okay, Chad, let's just get right to it. First, well, so that's a pretty big boy job, right? You would call that, oh, that's a big boy job. What was your big
I
adult?
felt like I was really doing something.
What was your big adult job? Basic PA. Were you a PA? You asked me earlier if I
Oh
was
yeah,
a PA.
I did that for sure.
Okay.
I did
how
that,
long?
and then I was only a PA for a short minute, and then the electrical crew was like, "This guy's working hard. We'll make him pull and wrap shitty, dirty
Fuck yeah.
cable
You're a big dude.
until he won't
you know?
anymore." You know, which didn't take long. The grips were like, "Yo, those guys are fucking idiots. Come over here. We'll do this." You
Mhm.
know,
Who got you the job though? Like who first got you that job?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
just happened.
Yeah, I don't even fucking remember.
It was
It's
in the
Hollywood,
stars.
baby. There's so many people around.
That's true.
It's kind of
There's
wild.
So many, you know, one of my buddies
Yeah.
like, "You want a PA? You want to work for?" Okay, sure. You know,
Yeah.
I need an extra person. Let's go.
Now, when you
Whatever.
went to that set, were you surprised or were you like, oh? Were you like, did
I
you-
had been to sets before.
Okay.
My
Oh.
dad was in the business,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
although he got me my first acting gig, which was on General Hospital, like on a Christmas thing,
Oh,
singing
fuck
Jingle
yeah.
Bells. You know,
Oh, crap.
so
Mhm.
yeah,
What did he do exactly?
he was an
did
art
music,
director.
right?
He was art director.
Art
So he
director.
did designing sets and he worked on like the old amazing stuff, All in the Family, The Jeffersons, Good
Mhm.
Times,
Whoa.
like shows. You guys are like, "Oh, I have to go back and YouTube that. I don't even remember that show." But it was these old shows that were amazing, you
Mhm.
know, so
That's sick.
that were
dude.
cool.
And then
Yeah.
who in the family did music for the Zorro show? For Zorro, was that was someone
Sandy, I don't know,
something
Zorro?
like that? Yeah, because I remember they'd always had a story about my mom at dinner with like someone, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Walt Disney was at the table," and she kept calling my mom. Her name's Leslie. What a Wes are we? And it was just crazy. It's like, what the fuck? He liked the Jew? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
she,
You heard it here
was, she
first.
was the one Jew that got through. No, but
No, this story escapes me.
yeah,
You-
yeah.
You do know I'm the person in the family that smokes the most weed.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's
Oh
fair.
yeah. Just,
I don't know.
just
He's,
making sure.
he's probably.
But my
he might
memory
have
is
you beat over
pretty
here.
good. Otherwise.
Yeah.
But that I don't think I know that story.
That's a cool story.
It's a
though.
good one. It's a good one. The more I learn about our family, it's kind of wild. There's a lot of shit.
Are
in
you
our
saying you're gonna
background.
get
Yeah, I want to know
Pixar
more.
deal?
Zorro
Yeah.
was a big deal.
Yeah, no, yeah, he did
I
score
mean, he
the
was
music
slashing fools.
Yeah, he was fucking fools up.
Fucking 'em
Hey,
up.
Antonio Banderas as Zorro, though. Am I right?
Yeah, that was the last rendition of it, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Zorro?
That was his
That was.
prime. He was like, "This movie, I'm doing sheerly for."
Who was
money."
And then he did Spy Kids.
Was it Salma Hayek? Or no, it wasn't Salma
Yeah.
Hayek. It was.
I just need some
Catherine
extra
Zeta-Jones.
Catherine
Zeta-Jones.
Zeta-Jones.
Catherine
Zeta-Jones.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. Okay, PA to grip. How do you?
You can cut to the chase. You can. There's foreplay isn't needed.
No, I
You
want.
can-
I
Who
want
has the
I want
biggest hog?
I want the road here. No, baby, I want the
No, yeah,
road.
the
I was a pool man for a long time,
Okay.
and I worked with people like Gary. I mean, for people like Gary Shandling,
Shut the fuck
Wow.
up.
and amazing producers, Francine Pascal. I never met
shit.
her, but I cleaned her fucking pool.
You cleaned your pool. Real
Sherilyn
good.
Fenn, who was in Twin Peaks back in the day.
Who?
You know, Sherilyn Fenn. She was the real pale girl. If I
Oh,
showed you her
yeah.
Playboy, you'd be like, my dad had that one.
Yeah. Oh.
That's nuts.
Did you ever
She
meet
was-
Gary Shandling?
Yes.
Nice
And
guy?
He was, dude, the guy
Coolest
was
dude?
amazing. Super nice.
He's like a
And
spiritual
he knew someone
dude.
that knew my dad. He had a half court behind his pool.
A what?
area. Half court.
Oh, shit.
basketball.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's play basketball, Chad.
Oh, what?
I'm like, Gary, I have to go. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That's
So-
nuts.
And he was a sweetheart of a guy.
Mhm.
You know, there was times he actually, this is during the Larry Sanders show,
Mhm.
and there was times when he actually sat there and was like spilling to me about stuff that was on his mind about different things, as if my opinion like mattered to him somehow.
You know, I noticed the best creators
That's
take
incredible.
opinions from
I
like
think
anyone.
your pH is good. You
Yeah.
know? Like,
Yeah. But no, he's like that
So-
type of dude. Anyone that's like a really like genuine,
Down
like
to
real
earth.
person, down to
Yeah.
earth, they always take, doesn't matter who it is, they want to know anyone, like a person, people, what the fuck they think of their art.
there's a lesson there.
That's fucking cool. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So from
I did the
there,
Cool Man thing, and then I was a grip for a long time,
Mhm.
and I worked all through Hollywood commercials, movies, different stuff like that. And
what was the
I'm-
biggest check in that time that you're looking at? Like, was it more than the commercials
the biggest check?
that you were getting like for gigs?
Yeah, no, I mean
More than the
you know,
commercials?
yeah,
Yeah.
overtime and union gigs paid
Mhm.
pretty good for a young guy, like good money.
So you got into the
600,
union
800
then?
bucks. Yeah.
Okay.
I did a little bit of union work for a while. And then I went on and did some stage managing by default. A good friend of mine who ended up with cancer,
Mhm.
who's still alive now, luckily. He
Fuck
had
yeah.
a fucking,
Fuck yeah.
he had a horrifying surgery and cancer that he had to survive, which makes what we were talking about earlier look nothing. But
Yeah.
luckily he survived. He was a stage manager at Chaplin Stage, which was A&M and Sony in Hollywood,
Shit.
very famous,
Okay.
owned by Jim Henson Studios now.
Shit.
Oh shit.
So, and
Damn.
then yeah, he was there, and he went. He had cancer, and I filled in for him for a while as a stage manager. And during that time, I delved into trying to produce some stuff for some friends of mine. I had been around enough sets and had enough experience to kind of
Mhm.
get an idea
Would you
how
call
to
it?
produce better.
Would you call yourself a little bit of a love doctor?
Mm-hmm.
Love doctor, daddy.
Yeah,
Daddy
but
loved
not
that
for that only reason.
DLD.
What was your
Daddy-
name? What was your name again? Slakesburg? What was your name again?
Sploogeberg.
Sploogeberg.
That was a joke, but that actually was one of the titles we used on one of the
Sploogeberg?
Stefan Sploogeberg. Yeah. And somebody gave me, someone who's a fairly well-known producer now and works for like big companies, was my assistant director at the time and gave me that moniker on set, and it just stuck. And I was
Oh
like,
fuck
okay.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You know, we were trying to go big. We had like a decent sized budget. We were doing something called Survival Sluts. Yeah, only the sluttiest survive. That was our tagline. You know? And, this was a big movie. you know,
What would
big
happen
production.
if they didn't survive? You'd murk them or what?
Or they get a
They
book
would
on
end
enslave
they
your
were from
pussy.
Russia. They
would
were
end up in a
defectors from
clinic
Russia.
with a different.
They're from North Korea and they defected to South Korea and then you told
They were
them.
defectors. Yeah. We were doing. It was
we
the
would sell
CIA
them
was
off,
part
exactly.
Yeah.
We'd
T-
sell them
toppling
off to
down
the actual
Dominic-
government.
of it.
Yeah,
Fucking
top of
A.
What
Well,
is
yeah,
what is like what is like a movie title that really like rings out to you? Like what's like a what do you look for in a movie title? You like when you see like what are you looking for?
You want something you can make a series out of.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you want something that everyone wants to see. Like, what's the next one? You know, I mean, Buttman 1. You were like, oh, when is Buttman 2 coming? I mean, who's not a Buttman? You know what I mean?
But man,
Whoever didn't do Boob Man, I mean, they should have followed through. You know?
could have been a syndicated, series.
You know, you
Could have
can
6
enjoy
seasons.
So you talked about not a series, but you talked about something that was like Cafe Latina.
Yeah, yeah.
That was our
What was their macchiato
our
like?
racially charged. No, it wasn't racially charged, but it was called Cafe Latina, and I had a mainly Latin cast, some Armenian that posed as Latins also.
Oh,
Hey,
they do
they're
a lot of that.
I'm not coming out this way. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, my family,
That's a big
I'm like,
thing.
first, your family is going to be the first people that see this. So that's just kind of what happens. But yeah, Cafe Latina.
Definitely too.
Yeah.
If that came out
Nice.
today,
Yeah.
would you get canceled, Chad?
That's a good question. I was thinking that
It's actually
when I
Cafe
brought it up.
Latinx.
Rodax,
Like,
Latinx.
It's a Cafe Latinx now, or Cafe
Cafe
BIPOC.
Latinx.
Cafe BIPOC. That's what it is.
I thought BIPOC was chicken pox.
well, this was a
Chicken
lesbian
pox.
movie. So, and in Latin culture at the time, like that was a little bit faux pas.
That's true.
Okay.
So when did you make your? When were you a part of your first one?
Man, my first one happened like right up the street, and right up the street
Wait,
from
you're
here
being
in
serious?
Woodland Hills. I'm not even kidding.
Undisclosed location.
It was like
Undisclosed
a
location.
real estate-
Redacted. Allegedly.
Right up the street from here, above a real estate place and like a kid's gym. The whole upper
Wait,
floor,
a kid's
which was
gym?
offices. Like this would be a place you go to like see your optometrist. But the whole inside, like you walk in one door and it's all gutted, and it's just like studios of like wrestling mats and like jacuzzis with weird underwater cameras and fake toilets with cameras in them and weird stuff.
Ooh, the fake toilets.
Yeah,
Nice.
I went there to shoot. A friend of mine had a sex toy store that was supposed to be like QVC. Okay,
That's
and
QVC.
I won't say the name.
Okay.
Like the a home shopping type thing.
You don't know what
Hello.
QVC is?
Here's Brandy, and
Sounds
she's
familiar.
showing
You
you
lived
the
in the
rabbit. Let's cut over to Brandy, and Brandy's like, "This rabbit's," and she's over there working the rabbit, and then in hopes that they buy the toy with the video,
Yeah.
and then you could get a premium membership and have the elongated version.
So let me.
I think
okay,
premium
okay.
membership is the bane of every 45-year-old single man's life. When you hear the word premium membership,
First
that,
of all, I'm 45, and I still don't have any memberships.
Nice.
I'd like to thank bleep 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 bleep.
are you 45?
So yeah,
You look,
Can
you look
believe
good.
that?
I thought you were in
Good
your
for
30s. I thought you were like
You're in your
30.
20s.
Yeah.
25.
You've always just been known as daddy to me, so I don't know. I had to put a number to that.
Let me ask you a question.
You go younger.
Let me ask you a question. What do you look for in a special star?
Who's your special
And your little
project?
starfish.
I
you know
guess
what
it
I'm saying?
depends on what you're looking for. So it's weird because I always took like I'm on this side of the table, you're on that side of the table. So I never really messed with the girls. And my feeling was like, look, I need to provide a safe environment
Yes.
for these people to be able to really do this legally and safely. And that was my kind of number one priority. So
You're
I never
HR.
really messed with any of the stars. But in the same token, this is sexual. And like if we're doing a masturbation solo thing and a girl comes in and she's never orgasmed and I'm asking her to do this, you know what I mean?
Give them sparkles.
Yeah, it's like method acting.
Mhm.
So you have to get them their first orgasm. So this would become probably priority one. And if they would let me film it, I would film that, also before we did the scene. But if you could get that orgasm out of them, then the scenes to come are long and they're ready to, you have to kick them out at the end of the night. You're like, okay, gotta get out of here. You know what I mean? Because
You already paid.
Unleash something.
You already gave
know
me-
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's
So, and
carnal.
some girls, you're like, Zane, have you ever orgasmed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
But you can tell if somebody's bullshitting you.
Yeah.
So, this would happen. Some girls were like, yeah, I think so. And it was like, okay. And usually there's other girls around who are like, you think so? No, you didn't. It's like, okay,
You start a discourse.
I have a bathtub. Let's get you in there. You never slid under the bathtub as you were a kid when you lift your legs up and you slid down. And the water's running,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
most girls, this is kind of their first little dive into
Technique.
I'm speaking from hearing and understanding from a lot of people, not
it's
actual
water
knowledge.
aerobics.
But I've done that
Yeah.
too, where you go under, you're like, oh, the water feels great on my
You
taint.
ever get like a ball, your ball catches under you a
My
little bit.
taint's really clean.
So wait, so
aerobics.
that's literally something that you do to help someone kind of loosen up and
Yeah.
also like get to a place.
if
'cause
it never happened before, and it's like, well, that's what I'm looking for.
that's actually really
You can
interesting.
fake it if you're willing to try to have one.
That's
I'll do my best to show you how to achieve that. you
Yeah,
know?
there's a science to it. Like there's a lot, and I think that's also another thing about like that we wouldn't know about sexual education is like there's a lot of stuff that like people have that like gets them specifically where they want to go. Like that's why I think kinks, and that's why I think like there's so much a thing of like role playing and like all these
Yeah.
types of dynamics of sex that like to like just the average person like whoa that's a lot. It's like well maybe, or it's just something that helps this person get to a certain framing of the self. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
You fucking like
Robert's
that?
I'm Luigi. Where's Mario?
I'm the Ouija. I'm
Where's the princess? I need to.
I'm Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Where's
I need to deliver
Where's
her
the
man.
barrel?
where's the barrel? Oh, yeah, yeah, baby.
So
Little bitch.
would you? So, you said sometimes you'd have to kick these people out because
Yeah.
like then they.
I mean,
Start
that's
rubbing
a
up on
strong
you?
word, but you know,
That rubbing up on you?
without sounding like whatever. I mean, sometimes after production, as you guys know, there's some camaraderie. You're like,
go
wow,
get a
we just
drink.
did this. So
Yeah.
often when you're working with newcomers, you know, they feel
Literally
comfortable.
newcomers.
Literally, if they literally just came,
Literally.
to, especially
For the first time.
they're like, "What
Squirt soloists.
just happened to me? I need to know more. What else can be unlocked in this adventure?"
Oh,
you
oh, so they're trying to,
So-
they're in the 3 feet,
Oh.
now they want to go to the 5 feet.
know?
Yeah.
As far as offers go, I mean, I had 100 offers, but I also had plenty of girlfriends and other things to keep me busy. So, like
You're
I
a
said,
very
I
busy
kept.
guy.
I was like, "This is business for me."
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? I had a great, amazing sexual relationship in my youth, you know, or several. And I even had one with an adult star who was turned into an adult star later, who, will go unnamed. But
Nice. Nice.
that's their story.
professional.
He is
So-
very
He's a professional, man.
See, and
And
that's
He signed his
He
NDAs.
treats his guests well.
yeah.
you know?
Treats his guests well. Gives gets
Exactly.
some
So-
high and also gets some
Very accommodating.
margarita.
Yeah.
Because you know what's funny? So all the time, I remember there'd be moments during Passover or during like Hanukkah where I would see you and my dad go off in the back to smoke cigars, and I hear that I would recognize as my dad's laugh. And I come out like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And he'd be, "Hey, go back inside." I'm like, "Oh, it smells funny out here." And then I go back inside, and then I'd always be like, "Oh yeah, what are you guys laughing at?" And the dad's like, "Oh, just Chad."
Your
And
dad never smoked.
Chad and
Never.
work, but
Maybe
a cigar,
once.
though,
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
smoked the cigar.
But he always, "Oh, Chad just told me about his job." I'm like, "What does he do for work?" He's like, entertainment." I was like, "Oh, okay." What? I was like, "What does Chad do?"
Oh yeah, but there's stories for days.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
sure.
You can name any subject, any parameter of the career. I'll tell you a story. Go ahead. And name some. It doesn't have to be filming related. It could be distribution. It could be anything you could think of in the porn business.
Was there like a lot of office drama, or did people keep it pretty professional for the most part?
Ugh,
Drama was crazy, wasn't
drama? Crazy.
Crazy, right?
drama.
Yeah. There was half of the people were full of shit assholes who were in this business because they're sleazeballs.
it? Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then the other half were like, "I'm just trying to make money. I'm just trying to take care of the business, and this is it." You know what I mean? But that said, it attracted people of a lesser business forum. You know, so
Okay.
you had lots of office drama. I created office drama. I mean, there was points when I wasn't getting paid. I had distributors owing me hundreds of thousands of dollars. I get a check for $300. I can't get this guy on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's only 5 miles away. I'm driving up to this guy's shop.
Fuck
You
yeah,
know
you
what I
are.
mean?
Yeah.
He had a turtle tank. I didn't eat him, but I offered. You know what I'm saying? He got his secretary got him on the phone quick. You know, I mean, there's been drama like that for sure, and yeah, lots
You
of
ever-
office drama. I had a great office though.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You ever have someone like talking about drama? You ever have someone just because I imagine there was a lot of substances going around, and I imagine it was a professional set. But even then, on the most professional sets, people have substances.
Mm-hmm.
Was there ever a point where substances were consumed and someone brought
Substances.
a gun to set, or like
Ooh,
flipped out because he was on a
Gun to
set
Oh my
allegedly, where allegedly something might have happened where someone brought
God.
a
Okay.
big
Yes.
metal pipe
Yes.
that was loaded
Yes.
with metal pipes.
Yes, and I happened to be holding
God.
it in a Gucci bag, which I didn't know it was in a Gucci bag, and I did a take, and it got stuck in the car door handle, and the bag landed on the floor, and then
That's not mine.
the owner the owner of the bag, who is also the star in the video, I was just allegedly happened to just go, "Ha, you dumb motherfucker." That thing was loaded. I was like,
Whoops.
So yeah, anything of that caliber ever happen? Or is
Yeah.
it pretty like, yeah, okay,
Oh my
see,
God. A
see?
friend of mine asked us to shoot. First of all, locations were always an issue. You'd be like, okay, we're shooting over here. You know, next week we're going to shoot at this location. And like the day before the shoot, someone's like, something happened. You can't shoot here. I'm
They
like,
found out what
"Oh,
you were
no."
doing.
But you have all this talent lined up and all this other stuff happening. You're like, I have to shoot something, you know? So you're scrambling for an area, you know? Sometimes by the side of the highway.
And you are obviously retired.
I'm retired, long retired.
Okay. So, what
Yeah.
what do you think is lacking from the current industry
Ooh,
now?
yeah.
What would you say is?
I mean,
What-
is
what-
it lacking though?
Or is it lacking,
Is it
or is
lacking?
it not?
Is it better
It is.
now?
There's
or-
not very much creative stuff. There's not very good directors. First of all, I wouldn't call myself, I wasn't part of this mill, right, of grinding stuff out. We had a certain amount of money to make a certain amount of film, And so that part of it just took away. People like Andrew Blake, you can bleep that out or whatever, but this is porn you guys should look up. That's like, Janine, remember Jesse's ex-girlfriend, and like Jenna Jameson way back in the day.
Jenna
Yeah.
Jameson, okay.
I will be doing
these
some research
girls
later.
are,
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah, same.
extremely passionate
On the
about
road.
certain scenes. Look up the ice dildo scene.
The what?
It's an ice dildo scene. It's like a lesbian scene with an ice dildo with Janine, and I forget the other girl now, but she's pretty famous. That one rings a bell. That one made me say, if I do porn ever, I'm gonna do lesbian porn.
Okay.
What
So,
and which
Oh, yeah.
is the most profitable porn?
Yeah.
gay porn for sure. So
Gay
you-
porn?
you
Gay porn?
three. We
Why?
could turn this into a session.
Oh, you
Then
had us come
I will
up.
Direct.
You had us come up on your searches one time, right?
Yeah, in porn.
Because we're on Pornhub.
We're the number one podcast.
We are the
on
number one
Pornhub.
podcast on Pornhub.
Pornhub.
Yeah,
79,000.
that was the blast that didn't blast. My cousin's there. Wow.
Wait. So you're
Guess
saying
I won't touch myself anymore.
like,
But I'm
yeah,
proud
baby.
of you.
A little harder this time. This time it's personal.
I'm just looking for the post nut gut where like your nuts like on your gut. You're just like, I guess I'll just scroll through. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my god.
Should I clean it up or should I spend an hour watching this podcast?
You guys are
Oh,
super amateur. You got to get rid of that.
Okay, so real
Stand
quick,
up, aim deep, hold the trash can up, or whatever. Have a towel, your sock, put it, whatever. I don't know. Control the environment, because
Let-
if it gets on you, I mean, God forbid, it's plastered. It's good sunscreen, probably.
Yeah,
Haven't really tried that, but
it's a good face moisturizer.
face moisturizer.
Proteins and stuff.
So, fuck, what was I going to say? So what do you? Who's like your top 5?
People to work with. Or, I mean,
People
actually-
to work with
or-
or
watch. Let's go watch.
Like who really
Yeah.
like shows off?
who really performs for
male
you?
or female.
Both,
or non-binary.
or non-binary,
who knows?
or trans. Something.
I'm gonna have to reach deep on that.
Yeah.
I have limited knowledge,
Mhm.
so as far as guys
From
go,
your time, from your
from
time.
from
back
your
in the
time.
day,
Yeah.
definitely, Buttman, Rocco Siffredi, these guys. If you, what's the name of his movie? You got to look it up now.
But man, that's so great.
Belladonna.
I've heard of Belladonna.
If you don't know some of these people, you should look it up. That's it. I don't need to promote these people. This is crazy.
They're not making me
World's
fucking
wildest
money. What the
backyard
fuck am I
party.
doing? Okay, so I was on a date with someone, during the quarantine, or not during the quarantine, but post quarantine. But she was telling me, all right, and she wasn't even in any of this type of industry, but she would tell me
Yeah.
about a lot of
Yeah.
LA parties.
Mhm.
All right.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of LA sex parties. Like
Yeah.
it's just a thing that is very common in general in La La Land. Apparently,
Mhm.
more like labia land out here.
It's everywhere, dude. It's
That's what I'm
everywhere.
saying. Yeah. So
Fetlife.com. You guys
What?
can get off Facebook and just get on there.
What is it?
what?
Fetlife.com. You guys don't know
F-
what
oh,
that
fet-
is?
fetish, like fetish life.
Yeah.
Fet life. What?
Oh my
Go.
god.
Go
Really?
ahead. No. What the
You
fuck?
guys haven't even explored yourselves, really. I mean, he's had things in his urethra at least.
Yeah.
yeah.
I also had a
Yeah.
colonoscopy last year,
Yeah.
so that was
For a
great.
minute,
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
this almost
We've
feels
actually
good.
Yeah, I
had
was like,
we've
for a
actually had
second.
all of our assholes examined.
Yeah,
I
we
had
have
a doctor check.
together
He
at,
did.
one, at Chippendales.
Yeah.
Yes, you might have
Back
seen
room.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
VIP
just went
lounge,
to a strip
episode 4.
club. Yeah, so we're figuring it out for sure. We're at the crescent moon of our. we're like a moon, like.
Which
Is that what
What's
Man
Fet
the Moon
Life,
is?
Chad? What's Fet Life?
FetLife. Okay, so you can explore all your different fetish needs. There's lists in case you don't even know you have that fetish.
oh my god.
You know what I mean?
I really
So-
I like string play, where you just really tie a string around my finger, and just do it till the blood gets really tight.
Till
in
it
my
gets
finger.
purple.
And then she sucks on
Till it
it.
gets like Jeffrey Epstein's head.
Actually
Just
very
like,
tantric. Very tantric.
Yeah, and then
Does
she
your
sucks
finger
on it.
pop off at the end?
Yeah,
or-
no, she pops out.
It's like a blood blister.
Oh,
fuck.
God.
And then she fixes me. Okay, so is that like a social network?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yep. So I don't forgot what the question was. There was a gun on set. Yes.
Oh yeah, let's go back to that. Yeah. It was the good Schwede.
We need more weed
It was
in
the good
here.
Schwede. Yeah. So yeah. Let's go back to that real quick. So someone bought a gun. Was someone coked out and fucking? Like,
We had this location issue. So somebody showed up and was like, "Oh, my buddy, who's basically paraplegic, one of his hands kind of works.
okay.
He'd love for you to shoot at his house." I'm like, "Okay." These shoots are long, so I'm scheduling like house free all day.
Location.
We can shoot 4 or 5 scenes. So I'm booked up. He starts drinking Heinekens with the one hand. And he's wheeling around the house, and there's like empty Heineken bottles, and he's like wheeling around, and he's enjoying what's going on and kind of watching and stuff. And he had like a girlfriend who maybe he paid, I don't know, but that took care of him, And she was there for a little while, and she like handled business for him. And
She was
like,
always
okay,
there.
I gotta go.
Always there.
We didn't watch any of this or whatever. He was off. I guess this was planned beyond me. It was the fucking weirdest, like, Pulp Fiction meets Boogie Nights type scene. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to shoot this thing, and I have this girl who's like trying to get her own thing going, and Trisha Uptown. Is her name? Trisha Uptown.
Okay.
She wouldn't let you go downtown. But she was, at the time, she was way into like lesbian stuff. That's not true. I don't even know, but it just sounded good. There was a downtown Julie Brown and an uptown Julie Brown on MTV. What was that about?
I heard about
Anyway,
Indiana Jones.
so
There's Indiana.
This guy comes cruising out of the bedroom like, "You guys got to get out of here." And I look, and he's got like a revolver on his lap. And he's like got one hand, he's like wheeling out, And he's like, "You guys got to get out of here."
Like,
and I'm like
wheeling
mid scene with these two girls, like, "Dude, we're almost done. Like, no, now you got to finish now." I'm just like, I need like 10 more minutes of footage. Like, I'm so close. You know what I mean? I had literally spent.
We
This is
gotta
when you're
get
like,
her covered.
I wish I didn't spend 20 minutes showing these girls a double dildo routine. So, which was amazing. Like, you attach with the double dildo, and then they spin 360 degrees around the double dildo, doing different positions as they go, and it never comes out. It's pretty impressive.
Very
It's-
cool.
So you took
Very
your
cool.
sex educator position into the workplace.
I did.
And like I feel
did.
like, and like it's funny because it's like I'm sure like you were the guy that like they went to because they felt, if they felt uncomfortable, you were the guy they come to for comfort in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, that's what you
Yeah.
Just, like, just slap it in there and just
Papa
kind of like
Chan.
just slap it
He's
in
like-
there. Just twist it, okay? You gotta twist it, okay?
He's
Oh
like,
my
baby, just get a
God.
little canola oil and then it's gonna be your best friend.
We had
popping a
one
wine
girl
bottle.
we had one girl come one time, and this was actually for Cafe Latina.
Nice.
I like how you
She-
pointed at me. Thank
she
you. Thank you,
comes-
Chad. Thank you, Shalai.
She comes at me. She's like, she had done some solo scenes for me, and she was like a girl I knew who was a awesome, cool kind of friend who basically came at me and was like, "I really just need some extra money, and I want to do this, and if I can do it with you, that would be even better."
Mhm.
So we did some solo stuff, whatever. And she calls me. She's like, "This girl, she's into chicks, and she's like, there's this girl I really like in my school, and she's willing to get down with me, but only if we do it like on camera, on film. Like, has she ever done anything? Has any of this ever happened?" She's like, no, none of this. None of that ever happened. And I'm like, sure. I mean, this is going to be a raw, real thing, So this is kind of where Gonzo is. Like, we're just going to wing it,
Gonzo, baby,
And it
Gonzo.
was an amazing scene. So they come over and they're getting ready, and the girl's like, do you have any porn we could put on? So I pull out a VHS tape. Do you guys know what that is?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
So I pull out a tape.
That's how you
and
watch Space Jam.
I
Yeah.
put it in the machine, and they're doing their makeup. I'm setting up lights and getting, production going. And I walk back in there to check in with them and kind of tell them, like, hey, I want to start shooting stills in 10 minutes or whatever. And the girl's sitting on the bed like this. And I turn to the TV, and she has Tampa Tushy Fest on, which is this outrageous gonzo
Tempo Tissue Fest?
Buttman thing that was like ripped off of shelves and like major lawsuits and like government involved, all this crazy stuff.
Whoa.
Double fistings, anal
Whoa.
fistings, like crazy shit.
What?
And I'm like, oh,
Carnal
fuck, this
shit.
might ruin the whole shoot. She might just be like, I can't do this. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, we're not planning to do that. I don't know where you got that tape. She's like, I have that for study purposes. You know what I mean? Like,
Doing your homework.
Exposure.
Studying the grades, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
anyway, I basically sit down with her and say, look, this is what's beautiful about America.
You give her a speech.
You don't have to be into fisting. They can. Some people can pick up this tape and be into it. This is, it's part of the fetish situation. And these people are loving it. They're squirting, girls like this, pounding, mashing butter, one fist in the ass.
This is the
She's
immigrant
squirting
dream.
like a waterfall
This
over
is
the
the
bed.
immigrant dream.
The hotel room. You guys probably stayed there one time. And this is the beauty of it. This is America. We're doing our thing. This is part of what you're doing.
It's
No
true.
one's asking you to do this.
Yeah.
You guys are going to have a real scene between the two of you guys. And I'm just going to film it.
It's whatever you make it, kind of thing.
And you're gonna
She
make that
looks at me
coin.
as cold as she can. And she's like, I just want to know how.
How to.
She realized there's technique
Oh.
involved. So I give her the rundown on how to properly fist, and sure enough,
What a
about
line. I gave her the technique to
45
proper-
minutes into the scene, they're hard and heavy, and I'm shooting it, and I'm over here like,
yeah, low angle.
we're in an apartment building at the time. I'm like,
Gonzo, baby.
keep it down. I'm like grabbing a pillow. I'm like, throw the pillow on her. So when she's screaming, and I'm filming it, and my partner's back there. And he's like, this is great stuff, A1, he's giving me the
Good shit.
And I'm like, and she's just going for it, and the other girl's going for it, and she's sticking her fingers in her mouth, and she's fingering her like this. And I see the girl look at me, like this, and she's like, I see her hand just kind of form up, and she's like, starts poking like, I'm gonna fist this chick right fucking now. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh shit, she's fucking gonna do it. I don't even think this is legal. I'm like, fuck.
We gotta get the forms.
I guess I can film it and worry about it later. You know what I mean?
Get the waivers. Get the
So like
NDAs.
right at that moment, my partner's like lube over the shoulder. I'm like holding the camera. I'm like,
It's like a
perfect
bazooka.
lube. So you see my hand come in. It's like half the bottle just right on her hand. And she's like trying. I'm like, oh man, she's almost there. And this is hot. It's really getting hot. Like literally, the lights, the heat. These girls.
You're getting hot,
frothing.
you're like,
I'm
fuck,
like,
this
this is fucking hot.
You're watching like an angry
You know what I
football
mean?
coach. Hit the hole. Hit the hole.
Straight
Hit
in
it
the
with a
hole.
wrench.
Right in
You
the
know?
gap.
Yeah. Dude, no joke.
Swarm.
So she can't quite get in there, and I can see like the other girls looking
She's
at me like, yes,
Oh
Chad.
yes. Oh yes.
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 She was like looking at me like, she didn't say that. She didn't say Chad. She was like, so I just reached down with the other hand and I grab her arm and just give it a little extra push, and she's in, and she's just like, and this girl screams and starts spraying, and it's just like, yes. Yes, I mean, it was everything I could do not to drop the camera and start clapping. I was just like, yes, So
Little
that
Hansel,
happened.
little Hansel plug in the dike,
Needless to say, in editing, there was lots of phone calls to the lawyer, and he requested much video. He was like, I think I need to see the whole thing, the whole raw version, both angles, or whatever. So
Do you think how proud you felt in that moment will ever equate to any of the baseball games your kids play in the day? Do you think the two translate at all? You don't have to be on the spot as a father, but
Keep your eyes on the ball.
100%,
there we go, baby.
100%.
There we go, baby.
Having kids, the best day of my life.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
it's beautiful.
Came almost very similar.
Mhm.
Just was right out there, and he was like squirting everywhere. The other person screaming.
Get the forms. Get the forms.
Yes,
With the
Chad.
camera still just like,
Come on, go on.
Where's her agent? Get her mother in here.
We did put that one out, so
Yeah. Oh, you put that one out.
we did put
Did
it
it,
out.
did
in
it, did it
full
make some
form.
money?
The lawyer said, "Look, I'm going to let you get away with it as long as you don't advertise the fisting on the cover."
Call
What-
special,
so what
special,
are-
special features.
I don't think now it's a big deal.
DVD bonus.
I think
content.
now you can do all kinds of shit as long as it's not with an animal or whatever. I mean, I'm not up to par right now with what those laws are, but I don't see anything getting pushed very extreme.
Interesting.
Okay, so so
Real quick, hold on. I want to ask my question. Real quick. So you said that gay porn sells more?
Yeah.
It's hot, dude. Right now, it's
but
hot.
that's just not man on man. That could be like woman on woman or
Both, but I think man on man,
man?
is even.
Because
Interesting.
men are probably the most
Interesting.
consumers of porn. Is that correct or is that incorrect?
I'm talking about America. So
America. Okay.
But you're missing how many gay men there are too, and they consume porn also.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a weird thing for you, and I don't know if this is still real, and maybe back then it was some bullshit, but I'm pretty sure that there was a time when lesbians loved to consume male gay porn.
I've actually heard of something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So
I know women
I
do like
don't-
to watch.
I'm not
gay
going to
porn.
pretend to understand the dynamics of what someone's into, this or that, but that's what I had heard.
Okay.
You know, and this is from people who sold porn. I mean, you know,
Interesting.
it wasn't coming from just like, hey, I'm on the bus stop. You know,
Did you ever
it was
ask
from-
anybody why they like that, or like, or just kind of curious as to like, I don't know, just
Should be
interesting.
obvious. Makes you hard. Makes your clit hard. Makes your dick hard.
Mm.
Makes your mind
Makes
hard.
your
you know what I mean?
vulva
and you
vulva
change.
quiver.
You evolve as
Yeah.
you go through. You know, early on you're like, I'm never gonna spank a girl. You know. Then she's like, hit me, daddy. You're like, oh fuck. She likes it. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, I like it. You know, you're like, yes.
We're on the road together.
Yeah. So you're like, that's weird. Hot wax. That's weird. You know. Homegirl's
Hot wax
like,
to
"Can
you is
pour
weird?"
Hot wax on my nipples. You're like, yes, I have candles. You know?
This one's soy. This
This
one
is a gentle
This
breeze,
is my massage
laundry,
candle.
fresh laundry.
this is a handmade one I
laundry
got
candle.
from my rabbi.
Now, were
It's torrid.
guys harder to work with or women harder to work with?
Guys usually.
I'm sure.
Really?
You know,
Interesting.
yeah.
Because are men are usually paid less on set, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just
It
there for
depends
the.
on
They're
who
there
they
for
are
the
and
crafty.
what's happening. You're paying like, it's like going to Wendy's.
Okay.
You know, you're getting the junior cheeseburger or you're getting like the deluxe triple Carl's. You know, you pay.
Either
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
there's, there's some
Baconator,
meat
you know?
going on. Yeah.
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 Triple stack.
So real quick, so were there any? So if a guy, let's just say, like, can't get it up, what are some like alternative? Like, you just give him some pills and like pop him some pills.
Some
or,
Blue
like,
Chew.
I don't
be
have
sponsored.
anything
Could
to
be
do with
sponsored.
that, but generally, a good male performer would bring a bag, which would probably have a pump and whatever. He
Do
would
those
take his
work?
own.
It just gets you
stuff,
hard,
know?
right? The
I think
pumps?
so.
Okay.
I think so. I only used one when I was a kid.
Okay. Oh.
It wasn't mine. I found it somewhere, and I was like, "What does this do?" Even, and I
Oh.
didn't know, and I was like, "Oh, I don't have a problem. What did I just do that for?" And then I was trying to release it. It was the whole thing. I thought it was a bomb
Did it hurt?
for your dick. I was like, "I can smoke weed with my dick."
Did it hurt?
I don't remember.
I just remember seeing it in Austin Powers and be like, that looks like it's gonna hurt.
I feel like I tortured my dick some, so
Yeah.
I don't think it did. Maybe
Okay.
it did, and I liked it.
That's
I remember the color was really dark red.
Like a beat.
It was like,
Little
Like
crayon.
a beat.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you so now we live in the age of OnlyFans. All right. And I imagine, a lot of OnlyFans streamers have a very DIY approach to their content. Like they could just set it up for themselves, which is great for them because then they could just make a market of themselves. And then, let's say a company can't contract them a certain way, they can just make their own content, and that's pretty great.
I think so.
It's pretty awesome. But I know also too, then you have traditional sets where porn is shot, and I imagine even there's if I'm a PA or a grip or a sound guy or a mixer for someone in adult entertainment, and I see OnlyFans happening and people are just doing that instead of doing the actual scenes. Do you think that's like a threat to we're gonna lose our jobs because of OnlyFans? Or do you think that OnlyFans is just completely separate and people are always gonna want to watch that type of content?
I left because the Eastern European market was going crazy. They
Those
they
Hungarians
can afford
fuck.
to do a lot more with a model than what we could afford to do. The price of what you got paid, it got hard to get paid.
Yeah.
People were screwing each other for, deals, stealing stuff, putting it on other scenes. It just became almost like I had to commit a crime to be able to get paid. You know what I mean? I have to run over here and yell at this dude to give me a check. And that sucked. So in that way, OnlyFans is awesome because it gives these performers a way to control their own revenue. And that really is what is at the heart of this expression, or should be. You know what I mean? Because we can produce it all day. And it's different if we're doing some major Skinamax movie or Survival Sluts, something like that.
Self-plug.
But,
Self-plug.
that type of thing, I don't even know if you probably could buy it somewhere.
What
That's what I mean. And I would never know who was selling it to you or where it came from.
what advice would you give someone that has an OnlyFans as to how to plan financially? Because if you don't have an agent or anything, or you don't have someone controlling your interests, you're pretty much on your own. What would you have any advice?
We
for,
all are, though.
You know,
We
yeah,
all
that's
are.
true.
I mean, it's basically the same thing. If you work at Trader Joe's, you don't have Trader Joe's telling you, you know, you need to sock a little bit of this away or this or that. It's not, you know.
That's true.
So it's the same type of thing. You just got to handle your own business, you know.
That's fair.
So
Know what the people want.
Know what the people
Know
want.
what the people want.
Now,
I think the basis of that question is that after that, you're not going to have a career.
Yeah.
And that's probably
I
something
guess that's
we
more-
should
yeah.
face. You know
Which
what I'm
is
saying?
bringing us to
Because
the next
you're like a
questions.
sports star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're like, you have a run of 8 or 10 years, and then you're done. The
Is that what the
industry-
average do you think would be for OnlyFans? I don't know how long OnlyFans has been around.
I don't either. It's probably been several years by now.
So you're saying it's the end of your career as like any other field of something? Like if you get like you're like
In entertainment or
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
do hardcore porn, you're not going to go out and open up a childcare business afterwards. You're not going to get a
that's just the truth of it, right?
weatherman
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
You're going to work at a bar, or you're going to own a bar, or you're going to be an entertainer. Most entertainers, like Alexis Texas or some of the last
Shout out
big
Alexis
ones,
Texas. I love Alexis
you
Texas.
know, they make their money. Christy Mack, they make their money doing dances and touring, almost like a musician tours.
Mhm.
You know,
interesting.
so their money is not made off of those things. Only fans they can make money off of, obviously.
Because I notice, like, I just feel like we're in a very interesting age of like content and freedom to create, freedom to kind of run your own business. But it comes down to if I'm a father one day and I drop my son off at Hebrew school. How about that? Drop my son off at Hebrew school, and I go in the first day of Hebrew school. I go in to meet the teacher, and I look up, and I'm like, "Oh my God! I have been paying 6 Bitcoin a year to see you slob down a cucumber, and on a sunset." And I'm like, "Wow, you're my son's Hebrew school teacher." And you know, I have a wife. I'm fine. That's not what I'm getting at here. But like, what are the levels there? You know what I mean? Because it's like,
Yeah.
do you think OnlyFans is gonna stay around? Do you think it's gonna be like a thing forever? Or do you think it's gonna like kind of?
I think that depends on how big a star somebody is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Because I notice bigger porn
people-
stars are on there.
Yeah, you have more
Not that I
followers
watch.
now with Instagram and everything else. People are pulling followers from there, so they have
That's true.
they
I see
do
a lot of that.
sponsorship, and then they're pulling people from Instagram.
Great
you know?
marketing.
So
Yeah.
the whole game is changing. It has changed.
Mhm.
It has been changing. You know, so I feel like I got in a little bit later, while it was kind of in its demise. You know, and business wise, it was tough because of that. But experience wise, it was amazing. I mean, you know, like production wise and actually producing your own stuff and learning content creation and those things is a huge thing. And when you do it in a business, it's great. But when you do it for yourself, it's even better. And
Mhm.
that production, as you guys know, is rewarding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got to stick with it, you know, and if it's not paying, it's not paying. You do it for fun or you don't do it at all, you know. Some of my bigger flops were probably some of the biggest selling movies. When I say flop, meaning I didn't make any money back off of it. You know what I mean? I did a huge backyard party with Fishbone, Burning Star, not Spear. Joey Diaz was there.
Oh,
Bitch.
Joey and I go back.
Yeah.
Yo.
What?
Joey was in the movie. A couple of Steve Ramazizi was in the movie.
What?
Aaron Cater, like a bunch of people. You know what I mean? And we had Fishbone sitting around like this, watching people fuck, and you know, whole big parties. You know, it was
Yeah.
world's wildest backyard parties. It was
You
like
know,
a whole,
Joey loved that
you know-
shit, dude.
Oh man, he was hilarious, dude. He got us in so much trouble. The cops were in. It was a whole big
Wait,
deal.
so you guys would film yourselves watching somebody get down in front of you?
No, I would film them. I would set up the scene, like,
Yeah.
you know, for backyard parties. It was like, okay, well, this is backstage. What's happening backstage? Well, Fishbone's smoking weed and fucking getting high and drinking and watching these girls go at it, or a couple go at it on the couch in front of them, you know, or whatever it was. And they're just like, yeah, you know,
you're just on set.
like that. Yeah.
Set life.
So
That's the real crafty. That's the
Observing
craft.
art.
it was
being
kind of
made.
my thing at like Girls Gone Crazy, where it was like, I can sell, you know, a buddy of mine came to me and we were getting stoned, and I'm like, what do you do? He's like, I sell commercial space for like Time Warner, Comcast, and like those 30-second commercials you see at night. I sell those.
Mhm.
I'm like, wow, well, how much are they? He's like, oh man, I can get them to you for so cheap. How cheap? He was like, real cheap, like hundreds a night in different areas. And he explained to me how it worked, and it was like, wow, for a few thousand, I could put up thousands of commercials. I was like, I can sell. Who cares what I'm selling? Bic lighters or, So
Yeah.
I was like,
Damn.
what am I doing right now? I'm producing porn. So let's make a big party that everyone wants to go to.
Yeah.
So,
Even
I'll give you
Oprah
guys
wants
a
to come.
copy. It was actually, that was a fun party. It was stressful for me
Mhm.
and crazy, but it was fun.
Okay.
Zane, what are we at for time right now?
Like 53.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Yeah.
We
This
should-
is good shit.
This is good shit.
All right, we're gonna move into our buy bitch segment real quick.
Yes.
All right, we explained it to you earlier. We'll go right to left. All right, you guys have buy bitches of the week.
I do have a
Yes,
buy
I
bitch.
do.
Oh, Gabe's always got a
Um,
buy bitch.
I'll go
Usually.
first. I will actually want to do myself, actually, because
Oh, yeah.
because motherfucker
Self-realization.
forgot the fucking white bag that we usually carry around with microphones and cables. Luckily, thank God, Zexy Zane right here.
Zexy
coming
Zane,
in.
turn the camera on you.
Zane.
Hey,
Zane.
Zexy
That's
Zane.
right. Luckily, Zexy Zane has
I
came
think we can
prepared.
get you a job later, Zane.
Yes, we will.
You will
Luckily,
get a
he
job.
came prepared and we didn't have to worry about it. So I just want to tell myself,
Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, funny that Frank says himself. I am also gonna do myself this week. Last night when I was at work,
Oh.
I spilled a whole canister of ketchup on the floor, and I dropped the tin, and it spilled all over me and my coworker who was wearing like a nice flannel, and I got all over his back, all over his legs. So I had to get with a hot towel and like wipe his ass, his legs.
And
like,
he was into it.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey man,
Hot.
go ahead, man. Like we had sexual harassment training already. You're good. Like let's go." I was like, "All right, sick, dude."
I would have just hit you with the dry cleaning.
Yeah. I was like, well, I felt bad, and then I ended up closing for him. So, but yeah,
Oh, there you go. You
I
made up
felt
for it.
yeah, but I
Okay.
mean, I felt like an idiot. But yeah, so
Bye,
bitch, my bitch.
You know, it's funny. I couldn't think of a buy bitch, but I do have one from work last night. I saw two kids that were like doing that classic, like, give me a hat real quick, like that classic, like, fuck boy, just like,
Oh yeah. I like how it doesn't fit his head though.
and they're just like sitting in their chairs. And like, you know how that there's this thing with guys these days where they have like this like over the shoulder little pack for like their weed. They're just like, or their money or whatever the fuck. They're like
Yeah,
wearing
the little
that.
satchel.
Yeah, it's fucking.
They look like the biggest fucking cockadoodle fucks. And like literally, I
So
was just,
12 years ago.
what?
So 12 years ago.
No, literally,
It's like,
like
when you had like your burner phones.
No.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
it's
exactly.
like, what the
You know
fuck's
I mean?
in there?
Like,
Like,
what's ringing? Oh, it's not this one. Oh, it's not this
what
one.
do you have, like a business card
You just
store,
put
your
all
side
your
It's
hoe?
my
phones in
Tic
there
Tacs. That's
until
my
you pull
Tic
out
Tac.
the one that's
Yeah.
ringing.
Like a Rolodex of Xanax, like what the fuck? And so like at one point I just asked them, I was like, hey, you guys want some waters? And like, yeah, and then they kept asking, like that was like the leeway to get more shit from me the whole night. And at one point the motherfucker snapped at me,
Ooh.
and I was like,
Uh-uh.
I looked over at him and went, and then walked away, and then
Good.
talked to a table of girls, and then I was just like looking back at them because they were like, because I heard they were like talking shit over there, and I was like looking over at them like, oh, did you need something else? And I was just like, dude, are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm not gonna get snapped at. Are you fucking?
Bye, bitch.
You know what his next line was? His next line was going to be like, "You know who my dad is? Do you even know who my dad is?"
You know what the fuck my dad is?
You
My
know
dad is Rush Limbaugh, motherfucker.
Or maybe Nick Nolte.
He's still
Am I
alive.
right?
Didn't he die?
I think he's
Rush
dead. Yeah,
Limbaugh
he's
died,
dead.
right?
He's dead.
Was that-
Yeah, Rush Limbaugh.
Oh yeah, he died last
We
year.
would have
right?
heard way more stupid shit by now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not missing him right now. So bye,
Bye,
bitch.
Nice. Is that your bye, bitch?
Yeah.
All right. Fuck you, Rush Limbaugh. All right,
you.
Zane, do you have one? You good? Because I know you had a
You guys
busy
want
week.
some better stories? Some other stories you probably haven't even heard before. But yeah, you want to cut it?
What do you think, Zane? One more story?
Oh, so you want to keep going?
We can do one more story.
One more
do
story.
one
You got one more story?
I'll give you a choice:
Okay.
porn on the freeway, or getting fired from Jim Henson Studios.
I feel like porn on the freeway.
Porn on the
sounds
freeway.
a little
Yeah.
Porn
bit
on the
more
freeway.
crazy.
Freeway on the go.
Okay, so we had to go get our porn tapes made and DVDs for the first couple DVDs, at which Cafe Latino was number 2.
Thank you
Yeah,
again
I
for pointing at
went
me. I
right to it.
appreciate it.
Well, because Cafe Latino was your thing. You were like, I love that title.
Yeah,
I was into 8th
Salsa,
Street
fresh
Latinos. That was
salsa
my
makes
thing.
all the
8th Street.
difference. Yeah, 8th Street Latinos. See, I started that.
Did you?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, God bless you. Were the man
Backyard
for all my.
Bangers. Man, we had so many good titles. But so we made 2 fucking titles, lesbian porns. We got them on VHS. We got them on DVD. And the guy's like, I can deliver them, but it's going to be like $500 extra. And he's in like Valencia. And I have my pool truck, my old truck. So I'm like, we'll just put the pallets in the back of the fucking truck. We'll drive them home and I'll unload them in the garage.
Okay.
You know? So we're load up the porn, and it's like, dude, our first porns, we're gonna sell all these porns, dude. We're gonna make so much money. It's fucking gonna be unreal. We're gonna be Lamborghinis, and you know what I mean. I light up a fat joint. I'm like smoking with my friend, and my partner. And we're like driving down the freeway in the '72 Chevy, you know. And all of a sudden, I look to the side, and there's like a car with like some VHS tape on the bumper, passing me.
What?
I'm like, the fuck? And I'm looking, and some guy honks the horn. He's like, yeah, porn. I'm like, Mitch, what the hell's going on, dude? And there's more cars, and I slow down, and I'm getting to the right, and like a bunch of boxes of VHS flew off the top, like 5 boxes, and it shattered on the freeway, and the tape was like ribbon on people's cars. There's people driving by with the porno, the front VHS on the grill of their car. And I'm driving down the 405, like through, you know, Valencia on the right where the 405, the 5 comes to 5. I'm like, oh my God, we have to stop and like pull over the, you know, I'm still smoking the joint, of course. I'm like, pull over. What the fuck? So I pull over and I'm on the side of the freeway and there's cars just flying by and there's porn tape just like flying through.
Confetti.
And Mitch is like, how much do you think that is, dude? You know, I'm like, it's probably only about $75, bro. Take it easy, you know. We're okay. They're still mostly here. And I'm trying to strap the porn down. And there's a cop car coming, dude, up the freeway. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get a fucking littering ticket for littering all this porn. You know what I mean? And these cops are like slowing down. I'm like, fuck, Mitch, put out the joint. You know, I should not say his name. Anyway, I'm like, put out the joint, dude, put out that joint.
He said, bye, bitch, again.
And the cops come pulling
We'll
up.
crack that later.
And he's fucking, the cop is laughing hysterically. I mean, he's bent over sideways. And he slows down enough to get on his bullhorn and goes, secure those fucking pornos! Secure those pornos right now! And he's literally laughing at us and pointing. He drives right by, and I'm like, oh, man. So, yeah, our first debut, our debut of porn was on the 405 freeway.
That's better than a billboard, baby.
Yeah. And it was a giveaway, you know?
Fuck.
The best part was I lived on the west side at the time near UCLA, and I'm driving near a campus.
Allegedly.
Where there's a medical center. And I'm driving down there, and I swear to God, at sunset, there's cars passing me. There's tape on the side of the freeway. I was like, oh, my God, environmental nightmare. You know? So that was porn on the freeway.
That's you contributing to the Gulf of Mexico exploding. Yeah.
Indirectly.
Ooh, indirectly.
Can't be 18.
Yeah.
What a disaster.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, guys, let's give it up for fucking Chad over here, man.
AKA what again?
Was it
What
again?
you guys are doing? What?
What was your nickname again?
You guys were going to give me one.
Oh, okay.
Said it was Splooge.
Yeah, what was it?
Steven Sploogberg, but
that's
that was
been
just
taken.
a name we used as a director
Okay.
thing. You know, we used to make up names, right? So,
So we like to do like a play on a history. Like one of our friends, her name was Cleopatra instead of Cleopatra.
Susan Double D. Anthony.
Susan Double D. Anthony.
Nice. There's something there.
There is
Titty Roosevelt.
Titty
Yeah.
Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt,
there.
John Wang.
John
Garth
Wang.
Brooks.
We don't have a budget, but we should do this.
Honestly, okay, here's a pitch. What if you shot us not doing like something like necessarily involving even sex, but like we're doing something sexually in a way. Like it could be with fruit, a bowl of peanut butter, maybe some Tic Tacs, maybe
A coconut.
a coconut.
Maybe a Nerf ball, maybe a
Duracell commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you can really get us
Energizer
there.
Bunny, maybe.
Yeah, you can get us there. You know.
For the vibrators, yeah.
The up shots, for sure.
Yeah.
Down shot. Oh, we got it all. We
He
got
knows
it
his
all.
turn.
Someone else on the production team, everybody.
Yeah, right here,
Yeah.
right here.
Oh, man.
What about
He's a
let's
direct.
see.
He's Francis Ford Coppola.
No. Hold on.
He has to be a
It's
director.
easy, actually. What my actual
Clint Cuntwood.
director's name was easy, and it was easy for me to come up with,
Easy.
which was Mr. and the first letter of my last name.
Mr. C. No, Mr. E. Mr. E.
But not Little Mr. E.
Not Little
from
Mr.
Full-Time
E.
Wild.
Mr. E.
Mr. E.
Mr. E. Shit.
It's a
Let's
mystery.
just-
Maybe we'll just keep it to that, baby.
Let's
You can
keep
keep
it
it to
Mr.
Mr.
E.
E. That's fucking hot. Cause you a
but now it's
mystery.
not a mystery.
Yeah.
Mystery.
Fuck. And guys, I couldn't have had a better guest.
Yes.
My own family, my flesh and blood, man. Fucking A. We'll have to have you on again, man. Maybe
Yeah.
I
two
love
more
you guys,
times.
man.
Fuck yeah.
Seriously, man. We appreciate it. But yeah, signing out. We got our titles because we're lucky to have this fucking beautiful little Pokemon over here.
Thank you so much, Zexy
Follow us
Zane.
on all this stuff. We got stuff coming hopefully soon.
I got a show going
Mustache
on.
is a Zane thing, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Zane?
The other Zane actor.
Is
The
it?
famous one. Wasn't he the bad guy in Titanic?
Billy
Oh,
Zane.
Billy Zane.
Billy Zane.
Billy Zane.
You kind of have the Billy Zane mustache going on a little
Ooh,
bit there.
bitch. Ooh,
Billy
bitch.
Zane.
Ooh, bitch. Do you guys have any
I'll work
shows?
on it though.
Do you guys have any shows coming up? I got a show going on Costa Mesa, July 22nd, La Cave, 9 p.m. Gotta buy tickets. We'll put that up on the links and whatnot.
Eventbrite event.
I don't got anything coming out yet. No.
And get
just-
back to
just-
fucking work,
Yeah,
Frank.
just every Tuesday, Mouthful of Tacos. Check it out on
Yeah.
Instagram and YouTube. Mouthful of Tacos.
We don't have any shows for the band quite yet, but I'm working on that, so stay tuned.
So we're unemployed, is what we're saying,
Yeah,
guys.
basically, yes.
Doesn't Gabe have a workout channel, though?
I know, right? It's so fucking.
It's called Gabe's Lube.
Ah. Fuck.
That's his porn name. That's his porn name.
All right. Well, to the right, to the left, we got to sign out as characters.
Yes. Bye, guys. Titty Roosevelt out.
Girth Brooks out.
John Wang out.
Mr.E. Have a good night.
No, you're worth no, you're Girth.
No, you worked
Hey,
out your Girth.
No, you Girth.